Okay, good morning again, and this is 3-4 Notes Part 2. This is two examples in 3-4. And in 3-4 we talked about altitudes, medians, and auxiliary lines. And this example looks like this. I'm going to draw a circle. Try that again. And I'm going to draw a diameter. And I'm going to draw a triangle like this. And I want to say the givens in this. Circle with the center at O. So let's put O right there. Now let's put a G here and an H here. That's a point, the vertex, and a J here. Now, we are also given that GJ is congruent to HJ. And I want to prove that angle G is congruent to angle H. Now, I'm going to do a two-column proof. So I'm going to draw a big T. And I'm going to put the statements here and the reasons here. I'm going to put a circle with the center at O here. And that's given. Now, here's where the auxiliary line comes in. We're going to go ahead and draw this segment here. And it doesn't have to come in here. I probably should have put the radii congruent in here, but we can put it in there. So step 2 is JO is a segment. This is a 1 right here. Whoops. This is a 2 here. And really, it is an auxiliary line. So what is the reason that it's a segment is because 2 points make a segment. Now, that's an auxiliary line. That's what it looks like. And 2 points make a segment is really what you need. And then the third step in this proof is GO congruent to HO, and that is all radii are congruent. Now, fourth step, is, well, let's think, let's stop and think. Well, what the heck are we doing? Let's get the two triangles congruent. I'm talking about is this triangle here and this triangle here. And I think we can do it by side, 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 because we have GJ is congruent to HJ. And we have these two segments congruent. And we have an auxiliary line. So we have side, side, side. So we need to get this in there. Get the auxiliary line in there. So GJ congruent to HJ. That was given. And then we'll get JO congruent to JO bireflexive. Extend the T there. And that's reflexive. And then triangle JOG is congruent to triangle JOH. And that's side, side, side. Now the first side is 3, 4. 3 is the first side, 4 is the second, and 5 is the third. And then we had to prove that the angles were congruent, so that will be CPCTC. So angle G congruent to angle H, and that's CPCTC. All right, example 2. Looks like this. Okay, this is ABC, D. Given. Angle angle BAC is congruent to angle DAC. Also, given that AC is an altitude, and we have to prove that AC is a median. All right, 2-column proof. Here we go. Now, we're probably going to get these two triangles congruent. Somehow. Okay, so angle BAC, this one, is congruent to DAC. That's given. Now, the next thing is we can put in AC as an altitude, that's fine. We can also say that AC is congruent to AC because of the reflexive property. Now, AC as an altitude is my third statement. I forgot to put the statement reason up there, but there they are. Statement is AC is an altitude. That's given. And now altitudes create congruent right angles. So that angle is right here and right here. Altitudes create congruent right angles. So angle DCA is congruent to angle BCA. And that is because altitudes create congruent right angles. All right, now I think the triangles are congruent now by angle side angle. We have an angle, we have a side, and we have another angle that we were given. So triangle DAC is congruent to triangle BAC by angle side angle. And the first angle is given to us, okay? The reflexive side then, and then the fourth step from the altitudes. Now, going over what we have to prove, well, we have to prove AC is a median. So by CPCTC, we're going to get these two segments congruent, because altitudes create two congruent segments, and we're going to flip that. So DC is congruent to BC by CPCTC. So DC is congruent to BC. It's a 4, 5. This is 5, 6. This is CPCTC. Now, DC is congruent to BC, and altitudes, or I'm sorry, medians create two congruent segments. So this is how you should word this last statement. The last statement is AC is a median. And you should say if two congruent segs are created, then it's a median. Okay, that's a lot, but it is what it is. And practice, you can stop this video and check it out. The first example, we did auxiliary line. All right, 2 points make a segment. It's auxiliary. We needed it in the proof. And then we use side, 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 and then CPCTC. Here we have in the second example, it's a little bit harder. But we use CPCTC after the triangles got congruent, and then we were able to say we had a median, because if two congruent segments are created, then it's a median. That AC is a median, okay? All right, that was a tough example, but give it a shot. Have a good day.